I'm Christian Delfino with Roland, and we're here today with the DJ-808, a groundbreaking controller slash music production instrument for DJs. And what the DJ-808 does is take DJing beyond an A to B mixing controller and allows you to incorporate drum machines, sequencers, and even your own vocals into the mix to take your performance to where you're remixing live, you're taking things that are happening already in your Serato DJ software and accenting them and augmenting so you can perform, create, produce on the mix while you're DJing. So first of all, let's talk about why this is one of the best controllers that's out there, even if you're just looking at it as a controller. First of all, the sound quality is absolutely fantastic. This is a 24-bit 96K audio interface DJ controller. Also, all of the components that are used are from Roland's highest end audio consoles. So if you're switching from another controller or have used other controllers before, when you start using the DJ-808, you're going to notice a marked improvement in the sound quality. Others is the Platters. The Platters that are on the DJ-808 are the lowest latency Platters available on the market today. In fact, they are as low latency as if you're using a DVS or control vinyl. So scratch DJs are absolutely going to love this. So, you know, just to bring in some tracks here, you can see very, very fine scratching techniques. Myself, not a battle DJ. However, battle DJs absolutely get on this controller. It's the first one that they can truly use as a scratch appliance. So that's what it is as a controller. Now let's talk about what makes it totally unique. It takes it beyond just typical DJing. First one is going to be the TR-S that's happening up here. And what the TR-S is a 16-step sequencer, as well as a drum machine that contains the sounds from popular TR-909, TR-808, 606, and 707. The classic Roland drum machines are all contained in here. So we do have the ability to play the TR right off of the pads, and we'll bring that up here for you. All right, so just being able to play off the pads. However, you can also sequence the drums right here in the sequencer. So if I play a sequence that's already playing, you see it, this is going here, and I have my 4 instruments that are up here, so I can go into bass drum, and if I want to add some additional kicks, I just add those in the 16-step sequencer that's here. Maybe we double up a couple of snares, just like that, very, very easy. Now, what I can also do with the sequencer is I can sequence the sampler that's in Serato. This is the only DJ controller that you can actually sequence the samples in Serato Sampler. So what we'll do is go to our sampler button, and I have a number of different samples here that we can hear. And what we can do is we're just going to go into real-time recording, because in addition to the step recording, I also have real-time recording. So let's bring some of those in. There we go. And this can all be happening in my headphones on the fly while I'm playing back a track, for example. Now, one of the challenges of incorporating a drum machine with a DJ controller or any mixing off turntables or even off CDJs is how do I synchronize this all together? How do I make this all work so I'm not having to jump around to multiple devices to make sure everything syncs? Well, the TR-S sequencer actually syncs directly with your tracks in Serato DJ automatically. So to do that, we have a sync button here and a sync button up here. So let's hear what our original track sounds like. So let's trigger a hot cue here. So you can hear that. And now what I'm going to do is bring in my drum machine. I'll take the low frequency out of the main track. And what's great is that as I adjust the tempo, you'll see that my drum machine stays right in time with what I'm doing. Now this allows me to start to remix what's actually happening. So I want the bass drum hotter, pull out my other elements, bring in my hats, and bring in my snare drum. So I have the control of the individual sounds of the 808 right here, and then I've brought my sampler track back on channel 4 here. So that's what you're hearing, the elements. The Serato DJ track, the TR drum machine sounds, as well as the sampler sounds. Now, one thing I want to show you is that you do have access to the different kits here. So right now, what we'll do is just change the kit. There's a TR-909 kit. Here's an 808 kit, a 707, and a 606. And at any time, if I want to change just, for example, the bass drum in this kit, I can just hold the bass drum here and adjust this and bring up, say, the 808. So now I've got the 808 kick along with the other drums that I already sequenced. And then when I do have the bass drum, I have the ability, let me just pull this out so you just hear the bass drum. I can tune the bass drum up and down. I can adjust the decay, the attack. So all the parameters are in here to totally customize and shape the sound of what you're doing. And the technology that we use, these are not samples. This is actually ACB, and it's a proprietary Roland technology called analog circuit behavior. And what we did was we took the classic original Roland 808s, 909s, and modeled all the individual circuits in there to understand their behavior. So every kick that you hear, if you were to analyze them, each one is slightly different, just like the analog version. So you really are getting an organic sound. It's not sampled. It's totally generated live and on the fly to give each kick its own individual characteristic. So that's the TR-S. And in addition to what I can do with the TR-S is, you can see on the back here, I have two USB ports. And these are for AIRA Link devices. And AIRA Link devices are a series of instruments that allow you to have your audio, power, and MIDI information over a single USB cable. So what I have here is the Roland TB3, and it is a recreation of the classic TB303 bass line used in house and techno music especially. And just over the single USB cable, you can see that there's nothing else plugged in here. I can bring this up on one of my other channels, and it is totally sequenced with what I'm doing on the TR-S. So I can adjust cutoff and resonance. So all that's capable right here. So you can see, now you can start to bring in external instruments. And even if you're not a trained musician, you can see it's very easy to just sequence some pieces together. The TB3 has its own step sequencer, and it's following along with what's happening. So you can start to open up a world of live performance in addition to what you're doing on the tracks. And all of this audio is recorded into Serato DJ, so your entire performance, all of the external devices and the TR-S do go into Serato DJ. And that means you can also use the Serato DJ effects that are built in here. So for example, I can put this on Effects Bank 1, bring up an effect. You can start to hear that echo being added right there. And I can also use the channel effects that are here. For example, a filter. You can hear that filter now being applied to the TB3. So you get all the benefits of Serato DJ as well as all the benefits of the external gear, all seamlessly integrated into this one unit. Now let's talk about one more element that's really, really fun, and that's the VT element to the DJ-808. And what we do with the VT, it's a vocal transformer. So by plugging in a microphone in the back, and what's great is this has its own channel, so you don't tie up any of your faders here on the unit. I can just turn this on, check, 1, 2. So as you can hear, there's a built-in reverb. So we can hear it with some reverb, but it also has the ability for a vocal transformer. So I can adjust the pitch.
Hey people, how you doing out there? Welcome. Or if you want to sound like a
big bad DJ, I'm the baddest DJ on the planet. This is how I roll, this is how I roll.
Some neat little vocal transformations that you can do. But let's talk about one that's really, really cool. And one of the things that's very popular in current music is, of course, auto-tune and these really weird pitched up vocals. You can actually recreate those live on the fly with the DJ-808. So you can see there's an auto pitch button here on the top of the VT. I'm going to use auto pitch, and then I'm going to hit shift and key the VT to the key of the track that's going to be playing back from Serato. So let's hear that. I'm just going to pitch this up.
We're jamming at full compass. We're jamming at full compass. Call yourselves professional today. They've got great deals at full compass.
So you can see that that can open hours of fun or really, some interesting events that could happen while you're doing your DJ sets. But it really does work like magic to bring your vocals in, give you that auto-tune capability right in there. A few other features to point out for you on the DJ-808 is that it does come with the full version of Serato DJ, as well as it's one of the only controllers on the market with the pitch and time plugin that's included and the ability to do key sync. So in addition to being able to beat match, you're going to want to be able to match keys of different songs when you're DJing. And this makes it really easy. Of course, Serato does automatically detect the key of the song that you're playing, and this will allow you to match keys. So you can take acapellas that are in the wrong key, add them to new songs and things like that. So DJ-808, again, this beautiful instrument that takes DJing and adds your ability to produce and remix and do things on the fly and open up the world of possibilities for you as a DJ. So if you're interested in more information, please visit fullcompass.com or contact your Full Compass sales professional.